I'm going to try and do a quick tutorial here on vacuum, on a vacuum space. I'm going to put a vacuum space right in here, just like on the outer regions of Mars. I'm going to separate it by this breakable window, so that when the player shoots the window and the window breaks, the vacuum leaks into this other room, and the player is then in a vacuum. So to begin, let me put in a vacuum into this area. I'm going to right click over here, and I'm going to go over to Info, Vacuum. There, that little box right there that was just placed in there, that is your vacuum. That means that area plus any area connected to it is in a vacuum. Right now, if we were to run this level, the entire room would be in a vacuum because it doesn't realize this window is a barrier. So I'm going to hit escape to deselect it, and I'm going to create a barrier here. Let me zoom in a little bit. I'm going to draw a big brush, and I'm going to turn this brush into a portal. And the way we do that is by texturing it with the Viz Portal texture. I'm going to go over to Media, and let's load it up. It should be in the Editor texture set. Here's Viz Portal. I'll click that. Now that is actually considered a portal, but it's not active yet. We need to add an entity to make this Viz Portal active. So I'll hit Escape. Let me close this texture out. I'm going to hit Escape, and I'm going to right-click, and again, over here into Function, actually in Info, Vacuum Separator, Function Portals, Info, Vacuum Separator is what we're looking for here. It's going to tell this portal, the portal that it is touching. It's very important that these two items are touching, that this Info, Vacuum Separator, and that this portal brush are touching, because that means they interact with each other. So now this is going to be a barrier. It's going to be a separator. Don't worry that you can't see through this portal brush right now, because it's not that important. It's not going to be seen by the player inside the game. If I want to, I can go over to the View, Show, and I can uncheck this Show Viz Portal, so it's transparent now. It's actually still there, I just can't see it. Now this Info, Vacuum Separator, if I hit the N key, bring up the Entity Editor, I can give it a name. I'm going to give it a name of Glass Portal, because that way I know it's for my glass window and it's the portal activator. I'm going to hit Enter, and I'm going to target it with my function fracture. Although you don't see that as an option, I'm going to select my window, which is my function fracture. Although it doesn't look like it's an option right in here, it is an option. I can go Target, Glass Portal. Let's make sure that was added. There it is. And that should do it. Now, whenever I break the window, it's going to activate this Info Vacuum Separator. And when that is activated, it's going to actually turn off the separator that's in between. Okay. Let's BSP and run it. F2 to bring up the editor, console. Let's run, the name of this is actually a test, so I'm going to go dev map. It's located in game, MP, name of its test. Let's run it. Let's see if it works. Alright, there's our guy, there's our glass window. We're not in a vacuum. Let's hit our gun and let's break the window, and we should end up seeing a vacuum. One more shot. Come on, break that window. Now I'm in a vacuum. And I'm dying because I have no air. That's it. Very simple. And it's a really nice effect. Happy mapping.